guys, Janity here, and we're continuing Doki Doki Literature Club because the last one was I discovered, or rather, Laureate told me that there's still more to the game and that I should record everything till the end. So yeah, so last time Sayori hanged herself. I'm so sad. Like, she was such a nice girl though. So you see, instead of Sayori here, we have Monica, actually a mutation of Monica, Natsuki, and Yuri sprites. So also, I did try to live stream. I legit tried. I tried Twitch and on YouTube. Too bad my internet is slow. Hashtag slownet. So what you guys also missed was that this new game was all jumbled up garbage last time after we viewed the ending. So let's see, and let's finish the game. And let's save Sayori! OMG! Save Sayori! It's an ordinary school day like any other. I'm also trying to read it in my normal voice so that it sounds more appealing, because the last time I did it, it was just so awful. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. Also, in this intro part, in the garbled new game thing, there was Sayori, but Sayori was like some kind of glitched version of the montage of Yuri, Natsuki, and Monica. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I also came from mini teacher, Ing. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Mini teacher is an interesting experience, that I'd say. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. I am hugging not really hugging, but my stuffed toy is resting on my lap, because I'm scared of the glitches, and I feel like Monica's behind all this. It's her, right? It's her. It has to be. Like in the last time when she said she knows a bit more than what we think she knows. Oh no. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Jaruru? I hate it when it does that. It's like, what? The second time I did this? Because I did try it in the live stream, but then it didn't work out and Laureate said to record it. So yeah, that's how I got here. Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Ah, yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Besides, basically completely out of my league. Oh yeah, if you didn't know, like after Sayori suicide, there was something like traceback.txt on the background, right? I did check the game files, it was there, and two lines creeped me out. Like the first line was, it went something like this. What was it again? Oh, I seem to have broken something. I think I could fix it. Maybe I could fix it, something like that. And then on the second line, it read, it'd be just easier for me to delete her or something like that. Like, OMG, don't delete Sayuri. She's so cheerful. What did she ever do to you? Like, who in the world is her? Like, in the Get Out of My Head poem, like, get out, like, before I do what she told me to do or something like that. Like, is it Monica? So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you can check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Haha, about that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand off the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. I hate that glitches. How many times has it gotten to me? Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything: reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? It's not funny. She always insists that manga is literature too. Well, it is literature. It has stories in it. Come on, just accept it. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. If manga is not literature, then what is it? And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Jaruru. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome! You're really sweet, Jaruru, you know that? It's nothing really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials some other time. You're more important. That's really creepy, Monica. Like, you're more important? Seriously? Like, do you have not other lines? And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Don't sell your soul to Monica, don't. Monica is my favorite when I first played the game, but now I'm double thinking. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Hey, 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 don't you do that there. I'm back. Now I brought a guest with me. Eh? Don't you me, I'm gonna you. A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Jaruru. Also, I noticed that... Sorry guys, someone called me. Okay. But anyway, welcome to the club, Jaruru. All words escape me in this situation. I don't know why I keep saying all worlds. Must be all's fault. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. That's what's in your knucklehead, even if Sayori died. Can't believe you. So let me guess. You're Monika's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. I feel like when Monika says Sayori's lines, she glitches. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Jaruru in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monika, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know... Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't we come sit down, Jaruru? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika. So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. I know, right? Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. I know, right? I personally... depends. Sometimes literature is fun, sometimes it's boring. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. True. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important, because that's how you recruit, right? I am confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess... Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. What's wrong with me? You kept the whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, you know... Oh, Laureate also said that I should go for Yuri, and this time I'm gonna follow her advice. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Jaruru, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, which I also agree that I didn't read quite much, except for some chemistry, biology, physics textbooks. I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Power of emotions. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Oh, I don't like that much. But I do like Hieronymus Stilton. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Hold on, I need water. I need water! My last playthrough, like when I live stream, I only played till like the first poem. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. I hate those kinds of books. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with Rock. Hey, Rock. Rock. How's it going, Rock? I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. I am fine with horror. It's just that I don't want to be jump scared. That's why don't see me playing Aoni alone. That's why I haven't recorded it yet. And why am I playing this? Because it looks so friendly, but then no, glitch here, glitch there, glitch everywhere. Sorry, I was flashing back to the Matt Pat's FNAF Theory, Golden Freddy. If you ever watch that, he's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Man, I wonder where that song originally came from. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes darted over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Next time we meet, I think I've gone through this before, so I'm gonna skip ahead to this. So it's gonna say that we're gonna write poems at home so that tomorrow we can share it. have one problem. I never said I'd join this club. So... So, how was your day, guys? Sorry, I'm like fast reading these. So, how was your day, guys? Have you been like busy or anything? I know I'm busy. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment? Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Jaruru, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class or Monica? Why are you trying to impress Monica? Oh. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. There used to be 4 of them! No, you won't be happy spending your days in the literature club. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Yes. So this is something new. I can't convince myself to go to therapy when I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'd rather keep this up until I blow my cover and someone takes me to the emergency room. Sayori, no. I hate how the music just cuts off, sorry. So, since we're going for Yuri, we want the deep words. Heaven sent, meager, inferno, melancholy, anxiety, horror, papa. No, not papa. Examination, frightening, tenacious, unrequited, after image. That's deep word. Depression. I hate depression so much. Vitality, philosophy. Sorry, sometimes my voice gets like softer. Vivacious. Vertigo, sorry. Sensation? Why did it lag? Is the music still normal? I feel like it's not normal. Oh, it's so scary. Stream, graveyard, and entropy. Oh wait, I still have one more. Did you know this array? Did you know entropy is like, entropy means like distortion, or like how the world is coming to a chaos in physics? Yeah, that's where I learned the meaning of entropy, chaos or distortion from physics. I hate physics and I will never love it. Hi again, Jaruru. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh my gosh. Don't you even dare, Yuri. Thanks for keeping your promise, Jaruru. Is the music sound off? And does the classroom look sorta tilted? I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Monica. I know that you want me to see you, but, think you wanna move back a bit? Just behind the text box, and like, Yuri's sprite is extremely large here. Natsuki's sprite is also extremely large here. And the classroom looks tilted. This is like everything sort of wrong. Natsuki certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. See, it's like... Is it just my head? I feel like the classroom is tilted. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga's literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Jaru. I feel like it's getting like... Hey! Hey, don't you dare me! It's definitely tilted. Like, if you like look here, like there was this bump over here from the table, and then it's like moving, and then it's gone. It's moving! Oh my gosh, it's moving. I'm sorry, Jaru. But make sure you put your comfort first, okay? The classroom is getting nearer and tilting. Oh my gosh, wait. Oh, my head hurts. I have a problem with these kinds of things, like when something's moving when it's not supposed to be moving. That's why I don't play 3D horror games. See, look at that! It's consuming the chair! Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Later, I might be 1 meter away from my screen. I'm half a meter away now. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Everything's like going nearer. Like, look. Look at Yuri's head. But wait, I mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I just want to try to be a part of this club. Oh, my stuffed toy Pan. Oh, please just stay here with me. Oh. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is How Is This Girl Accidentally Being So Cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. See, the chair's gone! Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Oh, finally. Oh, my head hurts. I wonder if you just left that so long and that everything's so zoomed in, and like, how zoomed in could it get? Should have saved. Yeah, I did play before. I told you, live stream. Is the music off again? No, I think this is the normal one. I can't even differentiate anymore. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I'm sorry to feel sick. I don't know why I have like motion sickness for these games or something. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes met for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I want to reread some of it. Should just pull my mouse closer to me. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Oh, that's a blatant lie. That's a blunt lie. Sorry, blatant. What was I thinking? I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about, anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and fixing them too. That's creepy. That might be a little bit of a spoiler, but anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean, not the thing about the limbs. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it's going to be a nice story, so dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Jerry? No. No, it's not. No, I'm really not a fan of that. It's just that I definitely am not a fan of that. I mean, I can definitely not enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story is the kind that challenges to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Music, save me please. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again, I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. Oh my gosh. Yuri has psychopathic tendencies. It's so scary. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writings fill my thought, my whole body gets incredibly blah 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 blah. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. Ha 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 ha. That was some weird mumbo jumbo there. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I'm talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading, and the thing inside the reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. The creep factor is getting to me. In fact, I might start reading it, right? I don't want to read a book that will scar my life for eternity. Did you just see that red flash, guys? No. It's so scary. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah, are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just that something I'm not very used to, and probably I'll kill you later. That is reading in a company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I opened the book and start a prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of your body heat. Oh my gosh, that was so creepy. Wait. Sometimes I wonder if, are these people looking for romance or are they looking for some entertainment? It's scary, man. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... here, this should work, right? I stand my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Don't you dare creep me out when there's CG here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's space and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Turn the page. Are you ready to witness the gruesome horror of this book? I think I got a little bit distracted there for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes met. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Eh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. Ah, that's what you were talking about. You weren't talking about dismemberment, were you? Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her, like the dismemberment. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Ah, Yuri, are you feeling alright? Eh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Jaruru? Did something happen just now? Eh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you didn't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly, but I don't believe you. Yuri just does this sometimes, and it's nothing alarming. It's very alarming. Alright, if you say so. Now. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Eh? Shouldn't we wait for you? Well, she might be a little while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. Stand up. Make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. So let's show it to Monica. I think we've been through this. But I think I'm done with this one. Great job. It's really metaphorical. Monica is gonna be so scary. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly, like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! She's back! Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. You still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright, thanks Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. I'm done with this one. I've been through this hole in the wall. I know this. Can we like skip? I don't know how to skip works. I wonder how it works. cheer to Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Ah! Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphor indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant that, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, then they form-fit the two together. And the result is that both sound... I feel like I've read this before. Probably did. Yeah, I'm finished this. Unseen text. Oh. Skip unseen text. Wait, I think it's control that you can press to skip. Oh, okay. So oh my gosh. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? Oh my gosh. When I did the live stream, I sort of like balanced the two. Like, I guess I had like 12 or 13 words for Yuri and then the rest were for Natsuki. But this one I scored a full on Yuri, but whoa. Whoa. If you're not gonna sit, then go home. What? Harsh. What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're so proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. You probably think it's stupid. I finished this. Oh, it's not skippable. Oh wait, wrong button. Oh, I didn't read this. Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. The music is funny! I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Jarudu did too, so based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And generally like my poem too, you know? But I really didn't like any eyes popping out because of it. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? Music, don't fail. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Sorry, I thought that the music was off. But then it's not. Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Jeru appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh, and how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? I know. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh, well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose mood managing as soon as Jeru started showing up. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me, who is talking you wanna be with? I don't think I can do this alone. I think I need Laureate here to play with me. I do not want to play it like this. I don't want to play it alone. I am severely terrified and creeped out. That's a thing. I am a faint-hearted person too, so I feel like there's gonna be some sort of explosion or crashing or whatever. I don't have the guts to do it right now. I don't want any eyes popping. I really want to stay as far as possible from... You know what? I can continue, but I think I should just get my wireless mouse and just stay like... I don't know, 1.5 or 2 meters is fair enough. I just don't know if I could read it from that far. I also hate that the music is now like this. Should I really want to do this in live stream so that I won't be alone, all terrified? Inhale, exhale. Should I? Are we at the 1 hour mark yet? I think we are. So next episode you'll see what happens. And when I probably load up this game, I'm gonna be like so terrified at the first glance that I won't even record for that day, which is tomorrow. So thank you for watching, guys. Maybe I'll just record some tomorrow. Maybe I could ask one of my friends to accompany me. I really wish Panda Arts would be here tomorrow. I'm praying for it. So thanks for watching this episode, guys. It seems like we will last a couple more episodes before we actually get to an ending. So thanks, guys, and bye. Just save me from this horrible game. Thank you. Bye.